Hello, my name is Joel Niedermeyer. This is Legal, Ethical, and Social Values. I believe we're on number 3. This is about the CELGENE Corporation, Clinic Corporation, drug company that supplies drugs for cancer patients. They are in the studies and what we're looking at nowadays is the price problems and how they keep raising the prices on the cancer pills that are needed by these patients. Um, this company has made great strides in the development of medications that has assisted in better quality of life for many people. Cancer has become more rampant in today's society than ever before. As time has gone on, it is not uncommon to have a cancer survivor or a cancer patient in your family. Our lives are being touched by cancer more often today than in the past years. Thanks to this drug, trialdomide, patients have had better chance of survival for certain types of cancer. And also it helps with AIDS washing. As the company has expanded, so has the research and development department, which has the opportunity to develop the next new medication. The price of pill has been under the microscope lately due to the rising cost of the pill. Currently, has devised a system for dispensing that pill and ensures that pregnancy testing is made prior to patients taking the pill. And I think this is part of the service of the pill, or part of the company. Yes, they've raised the prices, but also they've made sure and is ensured that people that do take this pill aren't going to end up with problems in the future, birth defects and things of that nature, because it was rampant in Europe when pregnant women were taking this pill and the babies were born without arms and legs. So the reason why the FDA has approved them to continue this, is because they're able to set up this dispensing operation through the drug company and through the to the doctors' departments. So they have proven to the FDA that the goal of the company is to ensure that the patients that have received the drug will not be adversely affected, as well as completely reduce the possibility of birth defects that is known to exist if taken with pregnant women. After reading some of this, I kind of find myself on the side of the drug companies, because this is all about capitalism. They're all trying to make money, and they have perfected this source and this way of dispensing this medication without it becoming a problem down the road. Yes, it is a lot of money, but also they are still 60% less, as at the time of this reading. They're 60% less than their competition. So if their competition is that much higher, and what is the problem with them raising the price close to their competition? If you kind of look at the whole picture on this, capitalism has a way of working its own self out. So once they do get to a price where another company says, "Hey, we can make it for that half that price," then they can come into business as a generic form, and they can start selling it through the FDA once the FDA approves it. But that's where we're at. We're not there yet. Apparently, that we haven't reached that point where the money is profitable enough for another company to enter the market yet. But I'm sure at some point that will happen. John Locke I found myself very interested in his philosophies. I didn't realize that I am kind of a product of history. I do enjoy history very much, and John Locke for his time, has very radical views for his time period. His views became the views of the founding fathers of the United States. Locke's views are still today being defined and adopted by, I believe, most of the conservatives. John Locke believes that the government is there to protect and serve life, liberty, and property of the citizens. Private property is not to be infringed upon by the government. Government is there to protect the natural law of people. In this case, with the price of the pill, in my opinion, I think John Locke would side with the drug company as well, because that's the whole point of all this, is to be able to separate ourselves from the government. The government needs to be there to make sure that no one's going to be harmed, and we have the opportunity to make money. We have the opportunity to make contracts, and people abide by those contracts. Don't think that the government's there to set pricing, to make sure that our company can only make so much money. X number of dollars, it can't make any more than that, because that's not right. I kind of think John Locke is on the same route with this. If the company works to produce the pill and insures the pill for the proper patients, then the company's entitled to whatever the market will support. And that's what I kind of went back on before, is at some point a company can pop in a generic form, because it can be made for a lot less money in other parts of the country. Why isn't it made in other parts of the world? Why isn't it made here under these conditions? There's an entrance fee, a huge amount of entrance cost to come into this country. And once this pill reaches that point to where another company can say, hey, I can do it now, then there you go. That's the whole point of capitalism, in my view. Andrew Carnegie, who in his day was one of the richest men in the world, further defines the capitalistic views and the importance of government and natural law. He kind of goes along with John Locke in most ways, as far as the capitalistic and the protection of contracts. When individuals such as Carnegie develop and produce marketable items and make money off of it, it strengthens the marketplace, in his views, which I agree with. It strengthens the marketplace. Through Carnegie's companies, the infrastructure of this country was built and improved. If they had capped what he can make and when he can make it and how he can make it, then he may not have been able to create the infrastructure or create the kind of situations that we have in this country today in the marketplace. Which kind of goes back to the same thing with the drug company. If they are bringing in a large sum of money, income, they're able to take that money. Yes, they are boosting their own pocketbook, but at the same time, they put money in research and development. And if they're able to expand and find a new pill, find a new drug that's going to make a big difference, then why would we stand in the way and say, hey, no, it can't be $17, it can only be $15? So it's to me that they are lining their pockets, of course. It's on capitalism, but they also have a huge R&D department that is developing new pills and working on new things that can be done that they can put into the future. Because at some point, as I wrote in here, at some point, somebody's going to come in and they're going to build a company. They're going to sell a generic form of this trialidine, and they're going to bring the cost down to $8, whatever it is. And in that, when the other company, the drug company, starts to lose money, by that time they may have created the next big pill, the next big medication that may be even better for cancer patients. And I'm saying all this even with my mother just passing from cancer within the last few months, and my wife's friend just died of cancer in the last few months. So I understand how this works with the insurance companies, and how it is a lot of money, and it does cost a lot of money to go through and to treat for cancer and treat for some of these different types of cancer that happen. And yes, it is difficult in a lot of patients, a lot of people that don't have that kind of money. But there are places, there are things set to where they are able to help in one form or fashion with through insurance or through generosity of the companies, drug companies. So anyway, that's my spiel for this time. Appreciate it. I actually did very much enjoy reading about John Locke, and I've spent a little bit more time reading about John Locke lately. But anyway, thank you very much. Have a good day.